Hello everybody, my name is Frey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about Canva and 5 different side hustles that you can do to make a side income. The side hustle game is popping right now. Let's just say how it is. The world right now is going crazy. Now is the time that people are experimenting with a lot of career changes, side hustles, and just different things, right? We're all just kind of on this path where we're trying new things and learning. I know a lot of you have experience with Canva because their free version is an incredible tool. So let's dive right into it. So the first idea is a photo background remover. Now, there's a cool effect when you buy Canva where you can take a photo and remove the background so that it's just the object or the subject and the rest of the back is white. Now, why would this even be something that people need? A lot of these business owners are not necessarily, tech savvy, or they don't necessarily have the time to go and figure out in Photoshop or Illustrator how to quickly remove a background. This creates so much tedious work that a lot of the times they just go to websites like Fiverr and just outsource it completely. When I was starting with my business, I literally had 600 photos that needed to be removed, and I paid some guy like $300, I think, on Fiverr, which was around 50 cents per photo, and I thought it was totally worth it. It saved me hours and hours and hours, and I was happy to pay that because of the time it saved. So in terms of actually finding people to hire you and use this service, I would try Fiverr. That's definitely a great place to start. Maybe Upwork, maybe even cold emailing businesses. Try everything, right? Try everything under the sun. I want to give a quick disclaimer and say that while Canva has an incredible free tool, a lot of these ideas will require you to upgrade to the pro version to access a lot of the effects and a lot of the illustrations, the emoticons that will give you a huge edge in your design. You can use my link down below to go ahead and check that out. So the second idea is creating thumbnails for YouTube channels. I think the key to this one is not so much your tools with Canva, even though that's extremely important. It's more so your knowledge about thumbnails and observing, studying different people who use really, really good thumbnails. People like Logan Paul, like Mr. Beast, Casey Neistat maybe. I love this idea because there's so many people who are making YouTube videos and are just doing it themselves. So when it comes to actually creating a thumbnail, it almost ends up being this chore that you have to do at the end that you don't want to pay attention to because you did all this front end work to create and produce your video and edit it. So if you can understand the science behind thumbnails and how they work, you could approach and message these small to medium-sized YouTubers and show them a portfolio, maybe even recreate a thumbnail for one of their videos and say, hey, I recreated this thumbnail. I think it would look great and catch people's attention more so than the one you have currently. You can start to talk about pricing then. So the third idea is podcast art. Podcast art is also kind of similar to the YouTube thumbnail thing, right? The main difference with podcast art is that it's not something that needs to be recreated every single week or something that has to change all the time like a YouTube video. Canva has a ton of different little emoticons, I think you call them, but essentially they're little illustrations that you can plop onto your design. You can use this to bring different styles and different graphics to really bring alive a piece of podcast art. You can recreate your art in different forms to fit Facebook banners or Instagram profile pictures. You can do all that kind of stuff and charge them based on the package so that they can get more value and more assets overall. Number 4, creating digital flyers for businesses. Now this is one thing that I've done myself a lot for my business, just designing flyers that I'm going to print. The thing with this is you want to target different industries where people are constantly printing. Think about wedding invitations. A lot of other businesses include flyers and print them out to promote them in other businesses, to include them with every single purchase. In these kind of cases, it leaves a great opportunity for you to show off your design skills and to design something that is beautiful yet delivers the purpose that the person wants. Maybe you can even extend your service and approach a business and say, hey, I want to create and design your flyers, but I also want to go drop it off at the local store or drop it off everywhere so that different people can start to pick them up, and then you can promote your business kind of in a guerrilla marketing kind of way. Now the fifth idea is logo making. So if there's any designers who are watching this, you guys probably just cringe that I just recommended Canva to create these logos. And to that, I respond with a quick disclaimer. I don't think you should be creating these super high-end logos, these $2,000 logos with Canva just because the tools are not all there compared to something like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. There's just too many things that are missing from the tool itself to create something that premium. But if you're just talking about creating a logo for someone on Fiverr who just needs a quick logo for maybe an idea that they're experimenting with, maybe a $10, $15 logo, then you can really start to get good at that. Especially if you're pretty crafty with Canva, you can really create something pretty beautiful, I think. So those are 5 different ideas that you can use to create a side hustle on Canva. I think that if you spent an hour a day just learning different designs or getting used to the tool and then building a platform or using a platform like Fiverr to get some business, it could be really good. Real quickly guys, if you can give this video a thumbs up, it would mean a lot to me. It would also help this content to reach other people who might need it. Hopefully you have a wonderful week.